All right, thanks for joining us here today. We are excited to work with yet another cohort with brilliant ideas. Purnima, would you like to share the screen in the meanwhile? Thank you.
And we ask that, please keep your mics muted if you could, if you're not speaking.
Thanks. Yeah, so thanks for joining us today here. We're excited to work with yet another cohort with brilliant ideas joining us today in this incubation program at Stanford Lead GSB Incubator and Startup Accelerator. I am Deepthi Pawa, one of the founding partners of LISA, and it is always a pleasure to see this humble initiative that we created as founders together with Edward Mundt and few others become an incredible success. LISA embraces the spirit of Stanford, change lives, change organizations, and change the world, and it's growing consistently. We are now a global community of 350 plus leaders who share a vision for a world where innovative ideas and entrepreneurial spirit can change more lives in less time. On the second slide, you can see the agenda for today. We have an exciting lineup of speakers. After Lisa introduction, we will have Lisa advisors welcomed by Alina and Stephen, and I believe Marina as well, if she's joined. We've also have incredible John Saunders here for a keynote. Randa will talk about her journey from Cohort 5 and the incredible business she's building that she started at LISA. And then the most exciting part of hearing from our innovators and entrepreneurs talk about their ideas that they will be working on as part of LISA Cohort 6. We will be showcasing the selected founders, the team members, mentors, design strategists who will be working with us for the next 12 weeks to transform these great ideas together. A bit of a backstory, Stanford GSB Lead Incubator Startup Accelerator, or LISA as it is popularly known, was founded in 2020 to inspire innovation and entrepreneurship within the Stanford Lead community. It is an ecosystem to inspire and support founders, not just at Lead, primarily though we have Lead participants, but also extended to Stanford Seed Program, MBA, and MSX. The initiative is driven by a vision of few of us to create something comparable to Stanford Startup Garage on campus, but in an online hybrid format that works with the setup of a distributed global team and enthusiasm of this lead community. The Stanford back in 2020s designed its online startup curriculum known as Stanford Embark and offered it as a program called Stanford Rebuild Program to help would-be founders develop ideas that could help the global community deal with the effects of the pandemic. Our ambition to create LISA coincided with this initiative, and we partnered with Stanford Embark and its professors and staff to become the exclusive users of this platform. And since then, we've been offering this transformative experience to this community. We had identified 3 key insights that form the basis of LISA as it exists today. The entrepreneurial ideas explored during the lead courses of design thinking, business model innovation, design for disruption, and already existing lead ventures needed a home to thrive, interact, and engage with one another and find a community that helps them shape the ideas to revenue-generating businesses. And we wanted to be the enablers, friends, extended families, and the biggest supporters of these lead ventures. For our non-entrepreneurial Stanford alums, they wanted to find a way for them to continue to engage in this ecosystem even after finishing their courses. So we offered them a way by engaging through mentorship, consulting, or facilitation type services to LISA. The distributed nature of the groups within the Stanford Lead community that could come together to serve as a thriving innovation ecosystem had a unique value proposition and could foster unparalleled collaborations. And our vision and insights proved to be true. On the next slide, you can see that the LISA stats, the current stats. So following the enormous traction for the program, we built in the first cohort, it led us to continue the offering and evolve this program to where it is now. We have so far worked with 5 cohorts, with this being the 6th one, 150 plus startup ideas, about 100 plus pool of mentors, and 75 plus expert speakers from industry and venture capital, and founders from over 36 countries represented. And what we are really proud of today is that it is an ecosystem which is actually truly of the leaders, by the leaders, and for the leaders. On this slide, you can see all the services that LISA offers. While Stanford Embark provides research-based curriculum design, LISA designed an entire ecosystem of facilitation, engagement, and on-the-ground work to be that accountability partner for entrepreneurs. We have an integrated approach to startup development where we bundle together all elements that help startups become more successful. As part of our program, we offer design thinking, financial model and fundraising workshops, business model and governance frameworks, practice pitch sessions, storytelling guidance, and guest speakers via our Podium X series. These are panel discussions and fireside chats featuring leaders from the VC and entrepreneurial ecosystem. We recently added 2 new workshops, impact measurement and management with understanding of ESG and SDG frameworks for startups, as well as pitching with confidence by an expert coach. As we've grown, so has the work and responsibility needed to make Lisa a success. None of this would have been possible without the executive leadership team. The people on this team are comprised of lead alumni, course facilitators, and successful entrepreneurs. Valerie, Nick, and Andres on the slide are our core Lisa members who have helped form the foundation of Lisa since its inception. Every cohort, we recruit some brilliant minds from Stanford Lead community who are passionate to contribute to the community. And they are the masterminds behind all the great experiences, facilitation, and innovative tools offered to our founders. And this is the team that will be working to curate this seamless experience for the Cohort 6 founders. One of our biggest success factors of this program are our design thinking facilitation team that we provide to each team. Here is a team of experts who will support Cohort 6 journey led by Nick and Nirmaljeet. All of the DT strategists on this team bring invaluable experience and ensure each team leverages DT principles to bring innovative products to services to market. There are some of the experts also on the next slide who are working with us as mentors. They are experts from the Stanford Lead community again, who have kindly offered their time and expertise to mentor our cohort. And we also have a host of other collaborators, external and internal, extensive mentor networks, and other lead group support and collaborations that we would be unlocking in the cohort as the cohort unfolds. As Lisa's mission, we believe that the next generation of unicorn companies will build remote first and come from diverse distributed teams. And for this reason, on the next slide, as you can see, we are highly committed to increasing entrepreneur diversity and inclusive tech and facilitation ecosystem. We've had cohort mix in the last 5 cohorts from various geographic regions, as well as a great mix of all ethnicities and genders, making it over 36 countries represented. Our venture profiles have also been very diverse and industry agnostic, with many being first-time entrepreneur ventures. This profile is changing though, with more existing ventures joining in to fine-tune their product offering and scaling opportunities. On the next slide, you can see the Lisa team diversity. The goal is to create access to network and education for entrepreneurs and pair them together with equally diverse facilitation, mentors, and leadership team to transform this ecosystem together. So as you can see here, the Lisa leadership and facilitation team is also equally diverse, who bring experience as entrepreneurs from the industry, from some of the world's leading companies. I will now turn it over to my fellow co-founder, Ed Fedmont, to take us through the next set of presentations. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Deepti. And as always, thank you to everyone for being here. And we're really excited for the new cohort. I'm just going to run through our list of advisors, faculty, people in a leadership position within the LEAD program, and other alumni who've just been massively helpful in providing guidance to the Lisa team. And you see there 2 of our advisors, Marina. Anyone in the LEAD program, I'm sure, is very familiar with her. I don't believe she or Davina could join us today. Davina, within the university, helped to spearhead the creation of Embark, along with a few of the professors. And she is also a trusted advisor whom we speak with on a fairly regular basis. It's provided some real guidance. Next slide. And again, even if you're just in your first set of courses within LEAD, everyone knows Professor Heim. He has been an enthusiastic supporter of Lisa here for about the past year. And we're always looking for more opportunities to cooperate with him. And even in his courses, actually, we're looking to find a way to cooperate and coordinate between Lisa and the courses that he teaches within the program. So again, really excited, and we've got a lot of enthusiasm, from the faculty and other administrators. The last two on this page, certainly last but certainly not least, Alina Adams and Stephen Aporta, who are just vital to our founders, going back to our probably very first cohort. Every couple of weeks we have pitch practice, however, whatever you want to call it. Just looking at where all the founders stand, giving a little presentation. And Alina and Stephen have both been there consistently, just giving of so much of their own time to help advise and give guidance to the founders as they work through their presentation and things to consider and ways to evaluate and just providing valuable feedback. So I believe we have Alina and Stephen, but Alina, if you want to go ahead and maybe say a few words.
Sure. Thank you so much for the great introduction. And I just want to greet everyone and welcome. And this is an exciting journey. This program is one of the top-notch programs that I've seen, and I mentor, as you see, at the Global Social Benefit Institute. I mentor at the Alchemist Accelerator, EO Incubator, European Innovation Academy. So I can attest that for the quality and caliber of the staff, mentor support, organizers that you have here. And the purpose, I think, that all of us, and I'm speaking for all of us from the team perspective, is to set you up for success. And that's why we're here. That's why we want to support you as much as we can. And I'm just super excited, blessed and humble to be part of this amazing crew. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you on your journey. So best of luck.
Yeah, thank you, Alina. And Stephen?
Yes, yes, thank you. Welcome all, and thank you for the opportunity of working with you. I think the fact that you're working with Stanford, with the Embark program, with design thinking, with all the leaders here, and creative folks that are helping to bring things together, it's really a testament to where you're going with your ideas and how you may change the world one day, potentially. So I welcome you to take the resources and utilize the resources that you have here, and by extension, all the alma mater of this program, all the different cohorts. And if you have any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to field any questions above and beyond the meetings and whatnot. And good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, and Alina and Stephen are far too modest. I look at them as for all of us, you're growing up and you remember that one teacher somewhere along the line who really made a difference and helped keep you moving forward and gave you new perspectives and motivation. And it certainly is the two of them. I can't say enough about their contribution to the program. So next slide. Now we're honored to have John Saunders, founder of the Forward Advisory Solutions Group, here to give our keynote. And without any further ado, John, if you want to give a little brief introduction and also please proceed.
Thank you so much. Great to be here. Let's see if I can get my screen share to work. Did we get it?
Yes.
All right. Great to see you. Yeah, I had the great privilege of meeting Deepti a little while ago, gosh, probably a year or two ago, when she was working through an author program. But so really a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the invitation, Deepti. My background, I worked on Wall Street for about 23 plus years. My company was sold actually 4 years ago today, which is kind of interesting. And after that, it was really about figuring out what the heck I was going to do next. Got some great advice from a number of folks and mentors. Maybe as we heard some of the guidance we heard in our last story about Stephen Aporta and Alina. Went off and wrote a book and launched a coaching company, which has just been a really fun journey. So I want to share a story about that for today. So with that, how about we jump in here? I've got a lot of stories to share about people I worked with across industries, across Wall Street, across film festivals, across healthcare companies, across alternative energy companies. But I want to share a very unique story with you all today. because it's about one unlikely entrepreneur, one unlikely person, an introvert with one dream to help many people. And the key for her was really about unlocking her superpower. We all have the potential to make a positive impact on the world, but it takes finding clarity in your mission and vision. And to me, that's really about finding your superpower. You probably weren't expecting to find a baby gorilla here next. I met this little guy with his family of 10 on top of the Virunga Mountains, deep in the southwest corner of Uganda. Meeting these gorillas was the prize after a 3-hour hike deep into the Bwindi impenetrable forest. Why was I on this epic adventure standing face to face with these gorillas in the mountains of Uganda? This trip happened because of the work done to discover Lisa Randolph's superpower, finding clarity in her mission and vision and alignment with stakeholders. That's us in Uganda in the top left corner there in front of the hotel, just before a really incredible event we did. But with that clarity, we leverage those insights to frame messaging, find and develop win-win strategic partnerships, develop sales, and find speaking engagements. But this is far from where we began. As you listen to the story today, I would encourage you to think about your level of clarity with your mission and vision to folks joining the Cohort 6, and how it will complement your work as you refine and build out your MVP. The story with Lisa, my Lisa, began in 2021. I met her when I was teaching a workshop. She requested some one-on-one coaching. I will never forget our first call. She's a retired telecom sales employee who really is just so inspired and impassioned to teach and volunteer and help young girls through volunteering and mentoring. But on her very first call, I'll never forget Lisa, she looked at me on Zoom. She's in Sacramento. And she said, John, I'm an introvert. I've never sold anything. How do I sell books? This is where our journey began, working together. This one author, this unlikely introvert to go out and do this journey with a big dream. So we began our work on her mission, her what, her why, and how. And as you can see on the right side of the screen, I put it there. But we started with her book, Her What, The Wildlife Divas Adventure Team. And in this fictional story, 5 young girls traveled to Uganda and use their gifts from STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, math. They traveled to Uganda and used these gifts to save the endangered mountain gorilla from poachers. From the moment I heard this story, I was totally hooked. And from there, we moved on to her why. I asked Lisa, what drove you to spend 5 years? It took her 5 years to get a publisher for this book, and tremendous amount of rejection. She shared that she'd grown up with a passion for animals, loved to visit a zoo, and she grew up in Miami, but was told repeatedly by a teacher that she could never be a veterinarian and she should give up those dreams. Years later, she was working in San Francisco and volunteered time in an after-school program in a very tough part of town, one that doesn't make the tourism website, as Lisa likes to say. And through the time that she worked with these girls, she realized something. These girls didn't lack intelligence like Lisa as a youth. They simply had a limited viewpoint of the world based on their circumstances through no fault of their own. Lisa's true passion and understanding came one day when she met a young girl, Marshawn, and she gave her a book. Marshawn had never been given a book before outside of a textbook in class. Marshawn came back 2 days later and said, can I have another book? Marshawn then went on to get a full ride years later at UC Santa Cruz, now lives in the DC area to help create programs for similar underserved communities across the country. I'll never forget the goosebumps I felt when Lisa told that story. And at this point, Lisa's how she was going to get this done was really about writing the book and touching dozens or hundreds of people, which was really the starting point. But when you think about your own journey, what is the true purpose and story that drove you, the folks in the new cohort here? What drove you to start this business that really pushed you to where you are today? And what will propel you further? And what further actions can you take to move yourself forward? Once you understand your what, why, and how, it frees you to explore countless possibilities for your vision. So let's take a look at that. So what is your vision? And here's Lisa's vision on the screen here that we put together. But what is the greater good you want to create? How far can you take your impact? What is your ideal future state for your company? Lisa wanted to scale her work with a book. She wanted to empower thousands of young girls to know that they could be the hero in the story, not the ones being saved, as is so often the case. We continue to push in the coming weeks to stretch her vision for the girls. And as we explored possibilities, we realized Lisa could have much broader reach with her work. And expanding the mindset of these girls to further their educations not only helped improve their lives, but it helped improve their communities they came from. And it also helped inspire future generations to reach even further with their educations. And with this, we began to explore book tours and speaking engagements so she could make much more one-on-one contact, but also continue to scale her work through other methods. Consider, how can expanding your vision meet the needs of many more as you build out your business and your MVP? So now we had a solid handle on our mission and vision. So we moved on to not only who could buy the book, but who could create further opportunities for her and potentially leverage. So we looked into, the way I like to frame that question is, who could win from helping you share this story? We began brainstorming and researching. We looked at STEAM programs, engineering programs, universities, tech companies. And after a while, we started to look at angles around travel. And in one session, we started typing hashtags into Instagram, where she likes to market her book. And we looked at a number of options. And one we landed on was hashtag Buwindi Impenetrable Forest. This is where the girls travel to in the book to save the gorillas. And it brought us to a safari operator, Let's Go Gorilla, the top icon there in the middle of the page. We crafted a DM, and our introvert reluctantly sent it off, wondering if it was even possible to do such a thing. We soon had a reply. The safari operator, Kevin is his name, responded very quickly, and his interest grew very fast. We jumped on Zoom calls shortly thereafter to really explore what else was possible here. He soon introduced us, and we asked, who else might want to hear this story, as we figured out he had deep interest in this. Probably one of my favorite questions to ask people once I get them on the hook. Who else would be interested in this story? Kevin soon introduced us to the Uganda Wildlife Authority, UWA, the logo in the middle there, and the Uganda Tourism Board. UWA runs the 10 safari parks across Uganda. He then invited Lisa to come to Uganda and meet folks from each one of these organizations. Our introvert here. They loved her story and saw how clearly well it aligned with their mission. As a number of further calls with other new friends went on, we thought, why not do a book launch with these folks, which I hosted. It was well attended and created to continue building wins for each group. Through the planning and clarity of our alignment grew, as did our relationship. Lisa's superpower was expanding. At the end of the virtual book launch, once everybody else dropped off but the 5 of us that were on the show, they offered us a new idea. They invited us to do a launch party in Uganda. They invited us to do a launch party in Uganda after much planning, and we were on our way there for 12 days. From the moment we arrived, we were treated like absolute royalty. They treated us to a private dinner dance party, the picture in the top left there. And then we spent 7 days going across a number of safari parks and seeing so many of the animals that live throughout Uganda, including the endangered gorillas. On the final day, we traveled back to the capital city for a book launch. There we go. The event was hosted by 2 local networks, thanks to our partners at UWA and UTB. Our keynote speakers alongside Lisa and me were the U.S. Ambassador to Uganda, along with the Minister of the Wildlife Authority. That's the U.S. Ambassador in the top picture there in the circular coat, Natalie Brown. The partnership was really blossoming and continuing to grow. Our new friends in the government also landed Lisa interviews on every single morning show across the country of Uganda. There's one of them, Good Morning Uganda, in the bottom left picture there. They've purchased over 100 copies of her book. They're in the process of buying hundreds more to put in gift shops and schools across the country. And the publicity opened the door for Lisa to be on the same stage as poet Amanda Gorman next month at the American Literacy Association in Chicago. It's their annual meeting for librarians, a fantastic place for an author to put their book in front of. It also launched a school book reading tour for Lisa, which she's starting this summer, and opened the door to talks with an animation group for her to potentially turn her book into a movie, which she is very excited about. I would tell you that the Ugandan government would say that we never sold them anything, yet they made a significant investment in Lisa's journey. Why? Because Lisa's mission and vision create a huge win for the Wildlife Authority and Tourism Board and government promoting their mission and vision. Think about how your mission and vision will solve a problem and create win-wins for others. When you get clarity in your mission, stretch your vision, and build a strategy to create win-wins for all stakeholders, you'll find your superpower. Your opportunities and possibilities become limitless. And with this new lens, you can build a strategy for disruption, and you can shape the game you want to play, not the game you find. And if you shape the game, you might just find yourself the creator of something absolutely epic. Thank you very much for your time here today. If anyone would like to connect with me, I'd be happy to do so. Feel free to shoot me a note on LinkedIn or Instagram. And if you found something interesting about my talk here today, by all means, feel free to share a post about it. And I'd be happy to share a copy of my book. And if you weren't aware, our own host here, Deepti, is hosting a book launch tomorrow. I'll be hosting it at 12 Pacific and 3 p.m. Eastern. If you'd like to join us, by all means, please do. But with that, let me turn it back to our hosts.
Thank you, John. That was a fantastic presentation and just beautiful visuals. Very, very engaging. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So now we'll turn to our last winner from our previous cohort, Randa I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Elbarbari. Maybe just to give a little overview and share her experience from her time as a cohort participant and winner.
All right, great. So I would first like to thank the LISA team for inviting me to share my journey. So my name is Randa Elbarbari. I am the founder of Tarigi, which is a B2B platform that matches supply and demand and logistics by digitizing operations along the logistics value chain. And for starters, before LISA, that was not what we were planning on building. We joined the cohort with a fixed model, which we thought was what our customers wanted. However, me and my co-founder joined LISA with a learning mindset, so we were ready to unlearn and explore all over. We both studied the material from Embark at our own pace to understand the steps needed to relearn and understand the customer's pain points. So the real work isn't filling out Embark and just submitting the notes. The real work was meeting customers and various stakeholders to understand the problem they have better, because you honestly do not want to be solving an imaginary problem. You need to confirm it actually exists. So although this took a lot of time and effort planning it, executing was the most exciting part of the journey. That was when we learned that the problem was bigger than what we had thought, which therefore meant into officials, supply chain managers, shipping lines, and even hosted a few brainstorming workshops where we brought in our key users and had them join us in defining the problem and what they thought the solution would look like. I'm talking the problem stakeholders while using Embark. And then at the same time, we had a fantastic mentor, still in touch with him. He was our support system. So make sure to find a connection with your mentor rather than making it an obligation. Our DT strategist helped us with defining the first product we should launch for our MVP. We learned how to use Figma with him and steps on how to decide which product to launch first so that you can later on use the data to iterate quickly. So my advice is LISA gives you the tools you need to get up and get going, but to get out there and notice depends on how you use the platform and how you choose to learn from your peers and mentors and DT strategists. Post LISA, we got out there and we got our letter of commitment from a VC that works in the Horn of Africa. But unfortunately, as things stand, Tarigi was meant to launch in Sudan first. However, a war broke out in our country before we launched our first product. So we are now using the notes again, which we took from Embark, and the same process to explore different markets. We're now based in Dubai, where we plan to launch here along a different part of the vertical in the logistics value chain. So be ready to take up a lot of challenges and setbacks you're faced with. Pause, relearn, and keep pushing forward. And that's what makes great entrepreneurs. So good luck to everyone, and thank you once again for having me.
No, thank you, Rhonda. And that's great to hear your story, continued success, and best of luck moving forward. As you mentioned, right, there are always challenges at all stages of the entrepreneurial journey. So have no doubt you'll find bigger and better VCs here in the coming months. So good luck to you. So if we go to the next slide, we're looking specifically at cohort 6. You see the breakout here. By industry, heavy into the tech and machine learning, which you'd expect. And the next box there is the most interesting. Being part of the lead community, our founders sort of are all over the spectrum. Primarily it's people at the idea stage, but then we also have some that are already at MVP. As well as testing the first customers. And the entire curriculum is good for those last two groups as well, because it helps them to really walk through all of the stages and just sort of revisit how they got to their current state. And we've found in the past that even if you're already generating some revenue and you think you're on the cusp of massive growth, walking through the process has been a real eye opener to all of those founders, frankly, and they've been able to fine tune their value proposition and what their offering is. So it's great for all of those. And if you're wondering as well, well, here I am with an idea, and I'm already a few miles behind some other founders in this marathon. That's not always the case. When it comes time for the pitch fest at the end, we found a pretty good mix. And a lot of times it is those people who are just at the idea stage now who come out on top when it comes time for sort of ranking where the various founders are. So, just stay positive and trust the process, and best of luck. And then also you see there, we still have more, we'd like to see that 50-50, but still have more male founders than female. The next slide is just a bunch of beautiful people. You see there, they're all the cohort members, all those smiling faces, and hopefully everyone's smiling at the end as well. And we welcome all of you. As we go through the process, as we look at demographics, we'll also be able to break down this group of smiling faces by country, and provide some more stats there as well. So without further ado, if we go to the next, yeah, there we go. So now we can start with brief. We ask all founders to create a 1-minute video, just giving us a general overview of where they are and what they hope to achieve and what their idea is. So we could go ahead and press play.
Hi, my name is Greg Singer from California. On behalf of myself and fellow co-founder Natalie Bonifetti in Colorado, we're grateful to participate in Stanford GSB's Lead Lisa community. Natalie's background is in strategic leadership with organizations like Google, Adobe, and Girls Who Code. My own background is within the animation community, having worked with globally distributed teams for 20 years. Our incubator concept is to develop an initiative that we're calling the Animation Bank, which reimagines the traditional funding mechanisms for the creative arts. With a fintech solution or venture capital paradigm, we're building a profit-sharing model for an emerging asset class of creative entrepreneurs. Together, we may effectively amplify our talents and resources for the shared prosperity, uplift, and well-being of the communities we serve. It's an honor to consult and collaborate with the LISA executive team in launching our MVP during the months ahead. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. We are Amit and Channa from the United States of America and are thrilled to introduce our innovative platform, Kick0ff. We understand the importance of getting the best value for our money when making purchases. However, as individual consumers, we often lack the ability to negotiate favorable deals on our own terms.
That's why we created Kick0ff, a patented platform that allows individuals in the same area to pool their demand. It's very simple. Buyers submit their request, platform then invites others to join the click. Vendors compete to win the business of the click. The goal is leverage the collective buying power of community, secure better deals, and maximize savings for all.
We aim to tap into Lisa's expertise, benefiting from their mentorship and strategic advice in articulating the value proposition of Kick0ff's business model and securing the necessary capital for growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashfia Rahman. I am based out of New York and I'm the founder of CodePlay, which is a program that teaches coding through play-based activities to children ages 4 to 12. The mission of CodePlay is to really unlock every child's potential and teach them to code with fun and games. By introducing children to logic and systematic thinking through engaging play-based activities, we can spark an interest in coding and foster a growth mindset while having fun. By starting early, we can give children a head start in developing coding skills, which are highly valued in today's rapidly evolving technology-enabled world.
Hi everyone, my name is Aman Sharma.
And I'm Neelam Davulkar. We are based in the San Francisco Bay Area, California, and our idea, NE, is in the medtech space.
Living with dementia is painful to the patients as well as their loved ones. Early stage dementia patients can be completely functional but may not be able to recognize family and friends and need constant reminders. This not only leads to patients feeling isolated, lonely, and depressed, but also causes emotional stress on the patient's family and caregivers.
Our solution, NE, is an intuitive and a reliable virtual assistant to enhance the lives of dementia patients by providing reminders, visual aids, cognitive assessments, and companionship. Healthcare providers by providing them with insights and results of the cognitive assessments, and caregivers by reducing their stress and workload.
We are excited to be part of LISA. As a Stanford leader, I have seen prior LISA cohort members greatly benefit from the program. LISA is exactly the kind of support and platform that we need to take this idea to the next level. Thank you, and looking forward to working with all of you.
Hi everyone, I'm Galia Georgieva. Together with me is working Ivan Stoyanov. We are from Bulgaria, and our idea is to create a genetics application that shows the parents the best parenting style based on their children DNA. This is going to have a huge potential to change the world, because all the babies would be that use the application would be nursed the best way. This would prevent a lot of potential diseases and unnecessary negative consequences of wrongly taken parenting decisions. We are so glad to be part of LISA, because this is an amazing example how the community of Stanford Lead can create value for everyone and make our idea to a real successful business. We are ready to get started and to program our product, define our business model, and work with you all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Anand Virani with Team Inventa. I have 25 years in the wireless industry, both as an entrepreneur and a professional.
Hey, I'm George Georgis. I have a business and engineering background and over a decade of telecom experience as a product manager, working with both wired and wireless technologies.
And hi, I'm Marcel Guajardo. I have over 20 years in engineering and product management. The three of us are joining you from Denver, Colorado. Our company's name is Inventa, and our vision is to reimagine human safety using digital intelligence. So we are on a mission to help work institutions and schools achieve zero incidents in the workplace.
Hi everyone, my name is Fasad Firoz. I'm a lead pioneer and founder of a startup called Confidence AI. During COVID days, I saw two emerging trends. One, shift of in-person job interviews to online job interviews, and with that, two, use of AI solutions by the hiring managers to profile candidates' behavior and body language. That gave me an idea. I thought there needs to be a one-stop solution for the job interview candidates to prepare for their online interviews, and that was how Confidence AI was born. Today, Confidence AI is an AI-powered mobile application that enables candidates to prepare on hundreds of job interview questions with real-time facial analysis feedback. It also provides detailed performance analytics, including sentiment analysis. The first version of the mobile application is already there in the market, and version 2, which is really about GPT integration, is in development. I believe LISA can be an amazing launchpad for the startup. And personally, for me, it will give me the confidence to transition from being a part-time entrepreneur to a full-time entrepreneur. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Florence Dumé, and I'm from Lebanon.
Hello, my name is Vitor Oliveira, and I'm from Brazil. We are based in Vancouver, Canada, where our company Napstack is incorporated since July 2022.
Napis is an edtech platform that drives software engineers' career growth through live courses and coaching. Our approach to online learning is live, interactive, focused on feedback from coaches, and focused on progress tracking.
Courses are held by industry leaders with over 10 years of experience, and we help them monetize their knowledge by driving enrollment towards their courses.
Our vision is to make online learning of new technologies and leadership skills accessible, interactive, and fun, while being coach-centric, all in a one-stop destination.
We applied for the LISA program to learn the best methodologies for our company's success through product market fit, partnership building, and funding.
We're excited to get started. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Raj Mitra. I'm founder of NurCare, an exchange platform which matches skilled healthcare workers like nurses to organizations like hospitals who are looking to hire them, and two, with aging consumers who need in-home healthcare. There are a couple of consumer trends. Number one, McKinsey & Company forecasts by the year 2025, there'll be a 400,000 nursing shortage in the United States alone. And number two is the aging baby boomers who are retiring by the drove, who will require short-term in-home healthcare. Our platform, NurCare, hopes to match skilled nursing professionals like nurses with these customer segments and thereby improve the quality of life for our customers. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Chunlin Wang, a pet sitter. I'm originally from China and now living in San Francisco Bay Area, US. Our project is to build a household robot to take care of chores for you. Its name is Nope Butler. The short-term task for the robot is cleaning. Long-term wise, it could help you manage all your domestic work. The goal is to liberate humans from boring routine tasks at home so we can spend time in a more meaningful way. I joined this cohort to learn from you and work with you to build this future.
Hello, I'm Sanjay Dubey. I live in the Bay Area, California, and work in fintech for regulated industries.
Hi, I'm Sushma Singh, founder of Buzz, a company that builds secure digital landscape.
Securing personal data is of paramount importance in today's digital age. With the growing volume of sensitive information being shared online, individuals and organizations must prioritize safeguarding personal data to protect privacy and prevent potential risks. Our goal is to protect the sensitive personal information, PII, of individuals stored in various company databases.
SecurePy is an AI-driven data protection and compliance solution that automates the detection, classification, and protection of sensitive personal information, or PII, while ensuring compliance and with data protection regulations by seamlessly integrating into your organization's existing systems and third-party tools. SecurePy provides comprehensive real-time monitoring and reporting, helping you reduce the risk of data breaches and maintain customer trust.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Weinstein.
And hi, I'm Cassini Yip.
And we are talking about improv and bringing it to businesses and organizations.
Not only are we talking about business and organizations, but specifically technical folks, engineers, new leaders, and new managers.
And we're not exactly sure which industry this applies to the most because it really applies to all industries.
We call that being industry agnostic, and we love that. We love that because if there's nothing else that the pandemic has shown us, it's that we need increased community and culture and connection. And we cannot think of a better tool to get us to that point than improv.
And we applied to Lisa because we were already starting a business plan on this after the amount of fun we had with it at MeetWe. And here we are at Lisa to bring this and scale this even further.
We look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Francesco and I'm the CEO of Kick0ff. Since I was a kid, I loved computer, but many people around me didn't share the same passion. Every time they had an issue, they were calling me, and I wish many times to delegate to someone else. But I was never able to find a service that was reliable, available 24/7, and providing immediate support. That's why I decided to create Kick0ff. Kick0ff is the 911 for technical support, solving customer problem in minutes with step-by-step instruction. Together with me, there is Laura, who is a senior UX designer at Grab, Alessandro, managing director at Accenture, and Michele, client solution manager at TikTok. I will let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Laura, based in Singapore.
Hi, I'm Alessandro and I live in Singapore.
Hi, I'm Michele Miconi and I'm living in Italy.
Thank you, see you soon, and don't forget to try Take Care.
Hi, we are Irena and Kirill, and we are passionate about music and education. I'm a professional flute player and teacher with over 15 years of experience. I have created a unique methodology and books for teaching flute to young beginners as young as 4 years old. And my method is fun, creative, and effective, and it has been gaining popularity among students and parents.
I'm software executive with 25 years of experience in growing international business in Europe, Middle East, and Asia. And we have a vision to transform Irena's method into a platform that connects teachers of individual instruments, students of all ages, and their parents. And we want to make music learning more accessible, enjoyable, and rewarding for everyone.
However, we also know that building and validating such a platform is not easy, and that's why we decided to seek Lisa's help to guide us through the process of finding the product market fit and scaling our model globally.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Shriyam and this is Rahul, and we're excited to talk about our idea Travel Together with you today. So I'm Shriyam, I'm based out of Dallas, Texas, working in the fintech space as a product manager at Capital One.
I'm a software engineer at Meta Reality Labs. I'm currently based in Sunnyvale, California.
Awesome. So the problem that we're trying to solve at Travel Together is when individuals or dependents of caring families, when they're traveling alone, they usually face challenges like health issues, fears of travel, or overall navigating the travel experience. And there's no platform out there that helps solve a lot of these issues. So our aim is to connect these solo travelers or dependents with suitable companions to help them along their journey.
So we joined Lisa to get experience and mentorship so that we can get a minimum viable product out to market. We also want feedback from a network of entrepreneurs who can kind of help us refine our business model. And finally, we just want to get some experience on pitching our idea to investors.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, everyone. Looking forward to joining the Lisa program.
Hello, Preetham here, building Zod.io. There is a $5 trillion credit gap for small and medium businesses in emerging markets. If you are a small and medium business in a country like Nigeria, Philippines, or India, banks do not fund you. The traditional financial companies do not support you or charge very high fees. And your primary source of capital are money lenders who charge very high APR.
Hi, this is Kaushik. I'm the co-founder and CTO at Zot. I'm a DeFi investor and also a blockchain developer. As a DeFi investor, I've seen the troubles of my fellow investors not finding good opportunities of real-world asset classes in DeFi. There's only 5% of the entire TVL that is logged into DeFi, lending platforms especially, is anyhow linked to real-world asset classes. At Zot, we are building a platform that bridges the gap between traditional real-world asset classes and the world of decentralized finance.
We are at an MVP stage. We have built our initial product, tested our hypothesis, and now we are scaling it up.
Well, that was an impressive group. Wow. Wasn't already excited enough for the new cohort. Good luck to everyone, and great job on your 1 minute overviews there. If you look at this slide, it just shows our social media. QR code is the best. We update LinkedIn fairly regularly, and we've got so many videos from the last 5 cohorts on YouTube, as well as a lot of fireside chats, and we also have our Podium X, where we have roundtables and guest speakers, so you can find that there. And also, I believe that we've got all of these links on our workplace page as well, if you want to find any of these. So to wrap things up, Deepti, on top of being a mentor, a founder, and a fantastic author, apparently is now also a video producer. She has provided A video, boy, it's already been a few months when we were at Me2We, and got a little presentation to share from that experience, as well as some more details on Lisa. So, Purnima, I believe you have that video. Hopefully.
I have the video. I'm trying it out, so just give me 1 second.
Disclaimer, I just finished it like 15 minutes before, so
Yeah,
I
she
hope
sent it to me
works.
while I was presenting the screen, so I'm just, let's see here, this one.
This video is, by the way, from Me2We. We had our first in-person event, which was a Lisa party, which initially we talked about, where we were expecting not more than 30, 40 people, but eventually 120 people showed up with a lot of waiting lists. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it.
It's been incredible to see Lisa grow and thrive since it started back in 2020. And just this past Monday, I had the opportunity to attend the dinner in Palo Alto and see all of the energy and all of the folks that Lisa has impacted come together in person. It was truly an incredible sight. I'm so excited for what the Lisa team has created so far and can't wait to see where they take it next.
Marcus here again. I'm happy to be wearing my Lisa glasses, which we got in our first in-person party during Me2We 2023. For those of you who were not there, and even for the ones of you that were there, it was an amazing experience. We had food, we had drinks, a lot of networking. We provided some recognitions to some members of our communities and our groups. We had, of course, Dipti and Edward as our founders speaking. We had a VC's presentations. It was definitely a nice experience, and I look forward to seeing some of you in the next one.
Hello, I'm Petya.
And I'm Sofia from Sofia.
We were part of the organizing committee for the Lisa party in 2023, and it was an amazing experience.
It was a blast. We were expecting like 20, 30, 40 people, and at the end, more than 120 people joined. Many people couldn't join because there was no room, but next year we'll make sure that there's room for everybody.
It was amazing to meet everyone in person, to have so many founders in the room, so many Lisa participants, to have the VCs. Just an amazing experience to be able to talk to Dipti, to Edward, everybody.
I went through Lisa first as a startup, then I joined Lisa as a mentor, and I couldn't part of it. So I organized the party this year. It was the first party, it was a huge success. I was local, so I could find the venue, I could find some vendors. But the main part, why it was so great, because many huge, great, energetic leaders that are on fire joined the organization team. And it was a huge, huge, huge success. It was also a lot of fun. Join us next year.
Hi, I'm Deepti. I'm founder of Lisa, and 3 years or 4 years back, actually, when we started this, we didn't even know it would grow so big. We started with 5 people, and now we are like 150 plus startup founders. We are 200 plus community members from Stanford. LEAD itself were participating as mentors, as facilitators, as experts. It's grown to a beautiful community, and we had our first in-person event after 5 cohorts at Palo Alto, and it was one of the best events that I have seen at Stanford LEAD so far. And it is all because of the wonderful team that makes this possible. Lisa team is amazing. They're all here. I have one of them here with me, who is Sophia, and then one who is recording right now. It's the energy. Petya is recording right now, and it's the energy that this wonderful team brings in to actually make Lisa what it is. We started with helping founders, but we believe that we've not just helped founders, we've also helped a lot of experts within the LEAD community to be able to lend their knowledge and insights and make a big contribution within lead community. Thank you.
So it's about impact. We are all trying to make an impact with our lives, with people, with our people, all friends. But how do we get there? Lisa is, I think, helping a lot of people to get there in Stanford Lead community. We are trying to get up with ideas to get there and have someone assisting, listening, and probably providing feedback. That's number one. Then to take it and butt it up further is where we want to be. I'm not yet a part. I want to be a part, and probably that's the reason we like to know more about Lisa.
It's Philippe Alexandre. I'm in the campus at Stanford, and we had a wonderful chance to meet here for the week and to be invited by the Lisa team to an amazing event. And it has been now 2 years. I'm doing mentoring for Lisa, and it's a great experience, a great way to learn from the participants and their ventures. You know, they are going through a difficult process in a very short time, and they are doing great. So I'm thankful to be part of that experience. You know, the team is wonderful, the people are great, and yeah, we are now quite interesting community, and I'm sure we'll continue to grow.
Lisa!
I think it restarted.
All right. Well, that was great. So yeah, I just wanted to again thank John, Rhonda, Alina, and Stephen, our special guests, everyone for attending. And Deepti, take us home. Anything else?
No, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for joining in. Thanks, John and Rhonda, definitely for coming and giving wonderful inspiration to the founders who are starting off. What we love to see is how these pitches that you have seen here today, how they evolve in the next 12 weeks, and they look totally different. It's always a surprise. But yeah, great starting point. And we're thrilled to have you all as courageous and original thinkers as part of Lisa. And looking forward to your amazing ideas come to life. I would just say one thing: stay hungry, stay foolish, and let's get started.
And let's hope to see you tomorrow at Deepti's book event. The LinkedIn, it's in the chat. Thank you, John. So, all right, everyone. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Cheers.